Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whenever you're watching this. Don't know when I'll get it out, but as you can tell, we're in a different setting today. We're on my toy farm, in my bedroom area. I know, people are going to say, oh, this is awful. I like it. It's good for what I do. It's good for my likings. See? Good enough for my likings. That's what I like. Alright, well, we're going to be looking at some stuff I've got from International Harvester in here. I would do it outside, but it's winter, it's gloomy, nobody wants to be out there, it's cold. So, first off, I got the red tractor, 1958 to 2022. The authorized guide to International Harvester and Case IH farm tractors in the modern era. So, inside the cover, we've got ourselves a picture of a 1456 turbo cutting some silage with, well, that's funny, that's a New Holland silage chopper right there and a New Holland wagon. And then we'll title picture of a tractor that I didn't even know existed until I got this book. And another one. It's got the author of the book. So it's got like stuff it's dedicated to. And it talks about the guy, I guess, living with red tractors. Always farming with them. And it goes through different models throughout the ages. Then it gets the year, last Cubs. Then the tractors. This is actually really interesting. I don't know which page it starts on. It talks about our 1206. Not our. The 1206 here. But this tractor right here, it's International immediately began work on incorporating a turbine engine into an experimental tractor, the HT340. The engine ran at 5,700 RPM and produced 85 horsepower. The engine gear reduction weighed only 90 pounds. The engine and gear. Right there. That's another picture of it. That was a solar built one. So I guess International was experimenting with a lot of things that I never knew about. See? The solar built components and systems in every stage of the NASA Apollo rockets. That's right there. Just incorporates because it's talking about that stuff. It talks about lunar landings and stuff. Right here it's got more tractors I really didn't know existed. We skip ahead a bit. Well, I was intrigued on that page I had turned to. The Cub Cadets, talk about the Cub Cadets. Then the smaller garden tractors. You see, we're only on them years. Now these, I really like these tractors. I want one. I saw one at an auction a couple of years ago, but it was really bad condition. Four-wheel drive was built by Steiger using IH axles, final drive mated to use an IH V800 turbocharged diesel engine. The IH parts were installed into a Steiger-built frame and cab and driveline. That was the biggest of the lineup. And I've actually seen the serial number 1, this model of tractor. I could probably put a picture in there for you. Then it's got the 2+2 series. So I've got a friend who's got one of them. It also talks about the ones that are built. The 3388 has only 1,025 hours on clock. A little more than, well, it talks about this guy's tractor. More than 2,100 of the 388s were built. This one has been retired from service. Most people still use their old tractors. Which I find quite interesting. Then here it talks about the Magnums. I really like these Magnums. They are amazing machines. And we've got 2 Magnums. I can throw a picture in there of them. Kind of skimming over this book because we've got a lot more to go over. Then it's got modern tractors. We've got our quad track right here. Then a loader tractor. In 2004, the Case IH rebrand. The Farmall rebranded returned to Case IH on the side of their D and DX compact utility tractors, ranging from 18 to 55 horsepower. The brand has continued to appear on compact utility models since 2004, including its Farmall 75C Case IH. Now we've got a loader tractor similar to that. We've got a JX95. And here it talks about the golden demonstrators. Pretty nice, and they still do them. Super freaking rare. Then here we've got another pictures. It's 21st Steigers. Well, we're done. And here's the other books. Yeah. Sorry, the book's fighting me. Got it in a really poor spot. Poor handwriting, I know. Right here we've got a Farmall M, MV, MD, and 6 series crawlers, tractors, and power units service manual. You open up your book. Got your index. Talks about carbureted engines, diesel engines, and then everything else. And general stuff. You can tell the guy reprinted it because it's got oil stains inside of it. And if we jump ahead here, there's a brief description of each tractor. So here, if we talk about the M's. The Farmall M and MD are the largest of the Farmall tractors. This size Farmall will pull 3 14-inch plow bottoms under most soil conditions. It will pull a 9 or 10-foot tandem disc harrow or other implements or similar draft requirements. Sorry, I'm really poor reading from books out loud. So it shows your M, MD, similar looking, and your MV, as in vicious, high crop. Then it's got your orchard tractors down here and just your shorter ones. Then crawlers, carbureted engines. I don't know that's what they're called. I just call it that. Those power units. Sorry, this book I've hardly opened it. So actually it gives you more information on working on the engine over here in the diesel engine area than in the gasoline engines area. See, like, look at all this stuff it shows you. That's all the fuel system on a diesel. Talks about everything. That's the way the fuel filters and oil filter works. Alright, on to the next one. Some original operator's manuals. We've got operator's manual, the International 555 forage harvester. Right there. Now, I could probably throw in a picture of this forage harvester being used with our 1066. It's got information on the service manual. And right here it talks about where your serial tag would be located, table of contents, hydraulic, attachment basic units, how to attach it, how your hitch systems worked, attaching or removing the crop unit. So I think this is crop handling unit. So would that be like the head? Don't know. And that's how you adjusted the pipe. You couldn't just pull a hydraulic lever. You had to crank. So whenever you went to a corner, hopefully you weren't still chopping, because you have to be cranking fast. So that shows you how your cranks work down there to turn everything. And sorry about the shadow from the camera. I've only got one light right here. And, well, I'm not doing it above it. I'm doing it beside it. Just wanted to address that. Then we've got more diagrams that I don't know about. Bunch of stuff. Yeah. Okay, and in the back this talks about To the owner, you have just purchased one of the finest something something something. The book is torn. It's got the same message on the back of this one. To the owner, you have just purchased one of the finest pieces of equipment available today. You can look forward to years of good service because the International Harvester machines are designed better and built better to last longer. Sorry, I'm horrible at reading cursive. When you need to purchase replacement parts as your equipment service will I'm sorry. I can't read. So this is the operator's manual for setting up instructions for the McCormick International 540, 550, and 560 moldboard plows. Here's a picture with it. Sorry, my phone just buzzed like back. Just had to answer a text. So we had one of these for our 1066, I think. So here's the different models: 4-row, 5-row, 6-row, 6-furrow. That's how you hook it up. So that's for putting it on a 656, 706, and 806 tractor, because they have the 2-point hitches. And I don't know if they also had just plain old drawbars or only 2-point hitches, because our 806 has got the 2-point hitch on it. And it's got the sliding drawbar. Sorry if you just heard her yelling. So that's adjusting and operating your thing. Adjusting and operating again, that's your controls on your tractor. There's more thing on how to adjust it also. It's interesting to look at, and this is talking about how accidents can be prevented with your help. You had to get these books for an extra $1 with your purchase of your tractor. Find that interesting. Right here's something I think Ross the Oliver Man would be interested in. A David Brown 1210 4-wheel drive and 12 tractor instructions book. Now this is a full-on book. This isn't like one of these thin manuals. This is full-on book on everything. So here, it's got a picture. This is the bigger model. It's a 1212. We have a 1210 with, just a moment, with that front-mounted loader on it. And then you have notes that you can put in on your tractor. And these are the hydraulic shift travel speeds. So if you're in first gear, you go from at 700 revolutions, 0 to 4 miles, then full throttled 1 to 2 miles. I think that's point right there. They could go from frickin' slow to decent speed. Take special care of your new tractor. Although every engine is tested and run in factory, care should be taken during the first 25 to 50 hours use. Avoid excessive speeds or loading. Do not allow the engine to labor unduly. Instead, change to a lower gear. Use the middle range of the engine speeds from 1200 RPMs to 800 revolutions per minute. Prolonged light load should also avoid, as the might lead to cylinder wall glazing with constant high oil consumption. Best running in is achieved by alternating between low, medium, and high, not maximum loading. That's your first service from 50 to 100 hours down here. Then just stuff on how to run your tractor. Like this is how to go through your gears and all that stuff. Then your pedals, everything in between, how to maintenance your engine. Here's an overhead view of the tractor. Alright, continued. Sorry, I'm messing up all my stuff over here. We got our operator's manual for the International 530, 540, 555, and 555 550 and 555 spreader. Same stuff as the last one. How to set it up, how to use it, how to maintenance it. All the complicated stuff. We no longer have this one. We now have a new ID emitter spreader. Just a lot bigger than this one. Alright, next. This is a mounted row crop unit. Forage harvester, basically. Forage harvester, yeah. Instructions tells you the bits and pieces. I think this one's pretty interesting because I'd never seen nothing like it before this book. And yeah, then this is your optional stuff. That's all extra. Grandpa and great grandpa probably didn't have that because cheaper. Blue Ribbon Service Training Course for the Hydraulic Lift-All for Farmall's H, HV, M, MD, and MV. Were there ever H diesels made? I don't think so. Here it's got pictures of the lift-alls being used. So that's it on an H. And this is it on an M. That's a plow on your M. All that. And that's your power application charts. And this is your owner's manual for your hydraulic lift-all for your H&M series tractors. So this teaches you how to use your hydraulic lift-all and all your hydraulic setups right here for your lift-all for the M's. That's for the H and the HV. These front ones are for the H. Here's your M. So down there at the bottom, where we actually have oil leaking from ours, down there is where you would attach it, the hydraulic stuff. And that's what it looks like on the M, the shafts. Alright. Then this is actually the same, this is what is on the back of the other books, just not in cursive. Right here we've got an operator's manual for your Farmall M and MV. Not your MD. The operator's manual to the owner. By selecting International Harvester Tractor, you are, as your new power partner, you have purchased a product of one of the world's foremost manufacturers of farm equipment. We feel sure you will obtain this machine. I'm not going to read that, sorry. Basically, teaches you how to run your tractor, just like everything else. There. And also, Grandpa, as you said the other day, you said that the second button over there used to be your lights. That's your lights right there. That's bright, dim, high, and low. Light switch. And that's your starter. It's got a different type of starter bit than ours. Because, well, they changed a couple small things throughout the tractors. Oh, crap. I just screwed up a bunch of stuff over there. And then here's the fat book. This is the parts catalog for the M and MD. And by saying it's the fat book, it is the fat book. This has got a number, letter for every last nut, bolt, pin, screw in the thing. But that's your battery box right there. That's your lights. We don't have the original headlights on our tractor. We've got sorry. We've got the we've got an aftermarket light. If you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Good girl. Good Lisa. Well, thanks for watching and goodbye.